But let's get back to the way that a negotiation looks. What I'm getting at here is how you actually get to the finish line. So with this new investor, there is a fairly formalized ritual by which you get to know each other, Q&A and meetings and et cetera, et cetera. And then there comes the point where you are pushing across the table a pitch, right? Invest in this fund, or we have a building we'd like you to take a look at, et cetera. Describe that process. How do you now navigate to the close with somebody like that? What does that process look like?
It totally depends on the investor. I've had meetings with some investors that have gone out of their way to seek me out or the firm out. And they have said, I want to learn more about Gaw Capital and, your Gateway Fund, for example, the Pan Asia Fund or the US Fund. And they've reached out to us even through like a cold email and just said, I'd be interested in getting to know you. I work for XYZ organization. And, if it's a notable organization, it's very obvious that they're genuine, right? They're reaching out. And so we'll have a conversation, and I would say the process ranges from meeting them, usually doing some sort of on-site meeting and due diligence, from access to a data room for sort of desktop DD to ultimately on-site DD in our office. So that investor and or their consultant, some large, especially large US pension funds, engage in a consultant to do due diligence on their behalf. Okay. And they will do investment level due diligence. They'll also do sometimes operational due diligence, which is ODD. And that means reviewing the back of the house. So understanding how the finance and accounting works, capital calls, distributions, what are the risk and compliance protocols in place. And that's something that, most institutional managers like a Gaw Capital, we're going to be very familiar with it, because that's the part that most people don't really talk about, because it's sort of the less sexy side of the business, I would say, compared to the sort of the investment side, where people, you just have to have that, right? It's sort of a given. Every investor expects that you do that really well.
That's the admin. You're talking about the kind of the administration side of things, right?
That's right. And so, and going back to the process, so you go through that, and then at the end of sort of a due diligence period, that investor goes through usually an investment committee process to approve the investment. Once that's done, or along with that time period when that is approved, you enter into legal documentation. And so then you're negotiating the LPA or limited partnership agreement, to side letters, to other legal docs that are required. And then they're completing a subscription booklet and to finalize the investment.